Oh, but I didn't run any maps really, so the first one's gonna be kind of some moj, kind of some. All right, we're going to sell that pasta. What's up, Zurich? How's the grinding going? I need to start selling catalyst though. We ninja, we go. See what they're going for. Mm, no idea. Where the? Do they not track that? They might not track that. Hmm. Another 50 mil off of Nightmare 100. Oh, nice. What are you running the same setup that you run for 90? Or you change it up a little bit? What's a currency? Also, prismatics are 10 to 1, turtles are 6 to 1. We could try it. Maybe prismatic and turtle one. I have it. I like no. Pastors. Elemental. Yeah, they're just. I was gonna do. It's just a character to do it fast. That's why I just back. So what turning 9 possible? Yeah, that's fair. I feel like honestly, unless you're doing like the, I don't know, it's more of like a personal take because I feel like unless you can kind of fast turn the top like the higher level ones, or if you really want to just grind out like a bunch of honors all in one go instead of just doing multiple, I usually feel like it's just better to stick to the lower level ones. Speed through those instead. Can't get it. Nice. Fertile and prismatics. That's fine. I'll just sell. I need to either dump the memories or use them. Mm, I have. Yeah, I do. That one's. I was thinking this one's really good for juice. I'm surprised you can't sell memories. Because as far as I know, these. Oh, it's because they have item level. Oh, that sucks. You can't sell stuff that has item level on the auction house, and it's a bit of a pain for certain things. Yeah, these are on my force. Big. Drops in higher corner to go up and right to the go on 90. Hunter is dropping 4 to 6. That's good. I would have kind of been. I feel like it kind of makes sense. I feel like it would be weird if they had just left it the same amount throughout it all, especially considering that that's like honor. Kind of need to toss a bunch of stuff. Uh, oh, you can try to sing. I don't know if these sell, but I'm not gonna use them, so you might as well try to toss them out. I think I sold the currency one. Also, my mappers brought back like another ring. I tossed it into the disenchanting thing though. I didn't need it. Well, not another like another one of these types of. I think I've gotten all three, but I kind of wish they would have brought the Nameless King invitation instead. I need to fight him for a light of meaning. I kind of want to make an Archmage because we got Kataba's Thirst again. Just as like a change of pace. And because I've never really made Archmage and it's really strong. And it'd be nice to have like a range build. Well, quote unquote a range. I think I'd look into one of the lightning versions. Oh, I did a map over yesterday actually, where I didn't realize it had the chaos damage one, and holy shit, that one sucked. I died like 3 times. That's why like 98 fucking is rough. I think the farthest I've gotten is like here, and then I die and it's all gone. It to be pain. Also, I feel like binding orbs have a higher chance of rolling like higher quant than just regular alk. Just a feeling. Alright, this first map's gonna be rough though, because I didn't run maps prior. So it's going to be a bit of a doozy. Game's gonna get a little choppy for a little bit while it sorts itself. Whenever like something happens and it makes Fugi freak out, it shows how lazy I am. Turning off people's Fugi. Yeah, I do need to do some grinding though. I should at least like get the four thingies. First four draw boxes done. Oh yeah, the mana donut. That's that's kind of pertinent information to have. I still have a couple of what is it, terrace maps. It's just since I don't have any scarabs. I have to buy. Or I need gold. I was like, I may as well run residences in the process. If we get some terrace map. I'm trying to get a nameless here, but I haven't really had much luck for terrace either. And terrace, like, well, with this build in particular, like in terrace, I generally always get it to 0 without meaning to, because the skill just seeks and destroys, and in terrace, it's such a small area. Like it keeps everything so tightly packed together. So even though there's like secret side areas to kind of like bounce around, the skill like goes up staircases and stuff like that. So it tends to do a pretty good job of making sure everything in my vicinity is dead. Honestly, the Dapper Prodigy by itself makes this pretty worth for as a map to scry. I feel you don't know what to go for. A div card that just gives you a 6 link body armor. It was really nice. 6 link item level 100 body armor. Pretty sure it was I level 100. Yeah, really nice. Oh, Sanctuary. The only downside is unfortunately I haven't been able to farm. Well, I think I'm gonna try to like do Maven and maybe try like Elder Shaper, but I need to get the rest of the fragments for. I only have 2 of them. Sirius didn't drop his, and I think Maven's the other one. Oh, that one's worth a good amount. Dust though. Also, I think like sometimes the volcanic fish are snaking when it randomly goes off in a direction where I don't see monsters. I think sometimes it's aggroing onto like the Eldritch mob that haven't spawned. Oh, speaking of, bro, I haven't had any luck. Well, there goes my luck for nameless here, I guess. Oh, Doriani's prototype. Sick. I was actually thinking about using that, like trying to do one of those builds for it. I kept saying that if I kept telling myself that if I get one, I might try to do a Doriani's prototype build. I've seen like 3. The problem is I'm not sure if I can do it as SSF light, as I'd like to call myself in this league. Because generally I play SSF in most leagues, but this league I say it's SSF light because of I dabble with the trading thing. Like I use the auction house. But then I still have to farm my own items, right? I'll just toss that. The disenchanter. Sticking to 100 until I get 7 more chests. I have cores for uncapping. Celestial sword for switching back down. Oh, that's actually a pretty solid point. I still need to I'm waiting for the axe. I'm trying to be patient for the axe, for the celestial axe. I'm trying to be committed to my first eternal Arasa. Long may she reign. But honestly, like I should have gotten the sword and or the melee. But I think like I'll get those after the beat as well. I'll probably just go like axe into sword into melee or something. I'm curious if the Tales of the Eternal will do anything for giving. Well, no, I doubt it because we don't get. I don't think we get New World quartz from the Tales of Arcarum stuff. I don't remember. The only thing I can assume, or that I'm assuming and hoping for, is that they just give us a way to get, what is it, 50? 50 of the shards that you get for dismantling, for reducing the weapons, right? For their uncaps. Since you get 50 from a fully built weapon, which you have to make to get the Eternal to begin with. Because if it's just to help people to get the Eternal, like, I think it's just going to be kind of, well, there's also the domain that they're going to get, but I really hope it's just full limit breaking stuff. Mostly because, like, I think even like, I think almost all of the Eternals, except for maybe 6 at 4-star, are just lackluster compared to the free stuff you can get your hands on. Like a lot of the collab characters in the side quests, side stories, whatever they're called. First one you got to drop, so you just stuck to trying to. Yeah, honestly, that's fair. I feel like if I had gotten a celestial weapon, I probably would have just done the same thing. Like I would have just been like, well, that's one down, so I may as well just, that's one less than what I'll need. I haven't gotten any of them though, so be a little bit more frugal. Well, I guess it would depend. I don't think I would do it for the harp. Like I think if it was like the sword or the fist, I'd probably just call it good and roll with it. The only weird thing thinking about is I don't know, like, is there a situation you would use Unos? Like as a grid piece? But even as a main hand, I don't really think it's that good either. But I feel like Quatres has use because Leviathan Dagger. Leviathan Dagger, Amal Dagger, you probably use it for setup in Dark. You would just need like 2 more daggers. Anyway, one if you have 2 Hummel daggers. Even though I don't know if Dark has another dagger weapon, considering the one that looks like a sword dagger thing is a katana. It's like so easy to kill this dude on this build. I don't have to chase him like I have to do on the eviscerate build. Basically, relaxing walk in the park comparatively. Not ritual. Give me the nameless king. Oh. Ritual mobs be ritualing. I don't understand why, like what's up with the ritual mobs that they cause all this lag on the maps they're on? Like it seems like they're just like extremely hungry for resources. I don't know. I just hope that like the PoE2 engine they set it up in a way that would allow them for optimizing to be a little better for lower end PCs. More of a personal hope, but I feel like it would also just help. I've definitely seen people talking on the Reddits and the forums that they'd like to play this game more, but they can't because their PC just gets dumpstered by everything going on. I'm not even playing builds that could uh, cause a lot of problems. Like Lightning Strike, technically, if I kept playing the Lightning Strike build, would be a problem more than likely once it gets like fully up and running because of the sheer amount of stuff it puts on the map. And that's not even talking about like the slightly cheesy version that uses the enchant. There's an enchant where your vol skills don't have fall prevention. And I was thinking then you combine that with the unique flask to have like almost permanent uptime on vol lightning strike. And like that's one that I've heard really puts a strain on the PCs. Application Spear and Primal Fire. Oh right, with Zeta Spears. Michael Access. Anything like yeah. Cause I was trying to think about it, cause like Sarasa's axe definitely has places in fire if you have Michael axes with a wilderness axe. Well, if you just have two Michael axes, well, with all the axes in fire, you could definitely put it in there. It's definitely a good weapon in that. If you're running like the older pain and suffering setups in dark, you could run that. Though with the new Exaltos, it's probably not really worth. Uh, the fist has definitely seen a lot of use in different comps. I want to get the fist for a few. Sword, I mean, it's a sword. You can definitely use it in like Yugu grids and fire grids with Lords of Flames, stuff like that. But the spear, yeah, like Primal Fire might use it. Probably not though, because Primal Fire has a lot of really strong weapons right now. I mean, you could probably make two because like you can use you have the Zeta spears and the Kumbera spear, which are really good primal weapons for fire. I just don't know if it'd be worth using over the other fire options like Lords of Flames and Exalba and stuff like that. And the Michael axes. Like I definitely feel like you'd have an easier time fitting in Saras's axe because you already probably are running 3 axes because Opus plus 2 Michael axes. To be honest, it's part of the reason I wasn't overly happy with the with the whole Magna 3 is just same weapon types as Magna 1 kind of deal. Because I was hoping it would kind of like shake up some of the weapon grid metas that we have. Like there's obviously like good weapons that shake them up to some degree, right? Because you have the supplemental axes for fire, you have the supplemental katanas for dark, stuff like that. Like you have other options. Yugu's fist isn't too bad, but like I don't know. Like to go from like for instance in fire's case, going from staffs to twigs back to staffs. Which to be fair, we never really left staffs because especially if you're doing like an Ogi setup, you still use the staffs because Shiva staff with Atum and Colossus sticks. Yeah, I got nothing. I forgot rituals. Honestly, I think I'm not even gonna use scarabs on Paris. I think I'm just gonna run it like out them and go. Save some time. Also, how's this? Oh, what? What? I'm so confused. Why is the up for sale stuff cheaper than? Oh, because I have it. Oh, oops, explains a lot. I had it mixed up because I am dumb. Because I'm just a moron. That's like what? Into what? Oh, these are going 7-1. 9-1. Oh, 9-1. 45. E3. Hopefully those all a whopping one map's worth of money survives all that. Those 5 Exalto goods for the Celestial gun when we get it. I feel like what'll probably happen is it might just end up that you drop one of the Exalto guns, maybe. It'd have to depend on how the the numbers pan out. Do I have it under raids? Yeah, honestly, I feel like it'd probably end up that you. Well, at least the grid they show for Mugen shows using the Justice Sword. Like you'll probably drop that, I would guess. And I still haven't been able to get the fungals. Kind of sucks. All right, I forgot I wanted to reroll my elder boots. I have it for leaving Scorch on the ground as I walk, but it's I don't really think it's that great because I don't really think it makes too much of a difference on the build. So I think I'm just gonna try to roll it to see if I can get the plus to fire max fire resistance. I think I got bonked by a meteor. Yeah, I did terrace with mobs have chaos damage. Well, it was like mobs had chaos damage and applied withering, and then they all had like 150% physical as extra lightning damage. And then I would just get basically borderline shotgun to death by the the cool beast things. And then a lot of times I would accidentally walk backwards after taking the I took the meteor flask one. And I would walk backwards into the meteor and the meteor would just one shot me from like full HP. Because I'm pretty sure it would also get the it also gets the map mod. I'm so tired. I stayed up way too late last night. You know, I'm gonna try running a couple maps with this. meticulous appraiser and see how that feels. Like for gold. I need Also, I've had such shit luck with this over the. I have not gotten a single comprehensive scouting report in like the last like 3 days. It's been pretty bad. Honestly, it's been pretty bad. Nice. Nice. I was actually concerned those wouldn't sell too well. All right, before we run it, we're gonna empty our gold. So we can start at 0. I don't have to worry about crunching numbers. On average, we were getting about 7.5 to almost 8,000 gold running those maps. So yeah, so realistically, we should be getting a lot less loot, but should be a lot higher rarity, especially for like the money. Engine. Not looking too bad for the gold, honestly. We're at like 4,000 and we haven't cleared the first floor completely yet. I mean, we'll get like probably close. There'll probably only be like a thousand or so more, if that. Or in all, we could end up like, in, which if we end up even, that's fine too. Because we can at least get a little bit of quant from. I think the most it'll do is affect map drop. Because we probably won't get like anywhere near as many map drops with the low quant. We can supplement some of it with the alters, but it's not going to be a whole lot. That was an exciting. Open the door, threw out a fissure, just saw the room get completely filled with after death effects. Avoid better. First time I've had one drop naturally. I've had it. I think I still have it. I've had a void battery drop, but I got it from Nameless here. Oh no, I think I sold it. Or not sold it, but I think I disenchanted it. I say meticulous appraiser seems pretty good. Because oh no, here it is. Yeah, way better. I did keep it. Granted, I think there are builds that like dual wield void batteries though. Oh, so you always get the 80% reduced. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna do a face breaker build, and I don't think we're gonna do anything that uses Tanarahi's. I don't really need these anymore. Those are kind of just there because they were nice. They were nice like placeholders for running stuff. Well, they were nice to like have early on to use for not having decent gloves, decent grippers. All right, how do you do? 10? Oh, actually, that's really good. That's actually really good. I think meticulous appraiser. I think we'll run it for a while. Honestly, I don't plan on using words are escaping. like always. I don't know if I think we won't do any like scarabs today. I think I'm just gonna try to like YOLO run my maps and then just like save up all the currency I get for whenever I finally get the nameless seer and I can run my beach ashen wood setup again. Yeah, this is the one I got. My mappers brought me the other day. Which we're also not gonna run the mappers. I don't think I these 35,000. Oh, we have enough. You want 100,000 orichalcum? 20,000. You want 35,000 petrified amber? And 21,000 blue. And 500. It's so funny because I was watching a video of one of the guys who sent out like the 50 million shipment, and he was just like, "Man, if this gets like uh commandeered, I'm gonna like lose it." Because even though he had a really donk build, like apparently had died to the pirate dude at some point. I was like, ain't no way. Dude, I've never died to the pirate. Are you pretty close on the Black Knight before I started realizing how the spikes out of the ground maneuver worked? Because I was originally just full on eating all of it, like his entire ground spike thing, and it would almost murder this character. But then I started realizing that when he sticks his sword in the ground, I just walk behind them, and it's okay. Also, I guess I'll leave the RNG for this while I'm trying to get my own goals. I'll leave it up to RNG on whether or not I will respec my warden into crossblade warden to give that a try. But I'm not gonna do it without heat shiver, because with heat shiver I can forego the Trinity setup. what I understand. I have to rewatch the videos, but I don't know. It's just like I want to play Warden because Warden feels pretty fun with the flasks and stuff. But I'm used to pushing like 2 buttons anyway on this build to do the shouts for full stonkiness. But with the I just don't like the skills too much. And then like Mathel is like it feels weird because I'm trying to figure out like how because like he was doing tier 17s on his with his league start version. And like I just don't understand how he's like surviving. I tried watching the video a couple times, I just couldn't make heads or tails of it. Which is why I just gave up on it and came back to this guy. We definitely get less ore. I feel like the ore scales off of quantity just as much as rarity. And we'll do this batch and then we'll go back to running Terrace. Terrace is easier on my eyes because it's not so fucking dark. And I hope they figure out a way to make maps that are like still ominous, but not like, you know, murder my eyes while I'm trying to see everything that's going on kind of deal. Probably the only thing I don't really like about PoE. I don't know if it's just like engine limitations or just design choice. Because I feel like Diablo has like Diablo 4, it's probably one of the good things is I feel like they do a pretty good job of it's Bloodbound a bond. I need cover. But they have a pretty good grasp on making kind of like spooky areas, but then the lighting in it isn't just like dark. Like there's definitely dark areas on the map and stuff like that, but I feel like the most like the most egregious area in Diablo like in the Diablo just doesn't even come close to like a relatively dark version. It's like a dark area in this. I don't know, it's weird. Because I feel like a lot of and I feel like this is also just kind of like a people thing where they're just like, oh, something spooky. It has to be really dark. And it's like, it's not necessarily true. Honestly, that's not necessarily true. Especially when you consider the fact that a lot of the most dangerous creatures in the wilderness have some pretty bright colors because they're poisonous. But I don't know. Wait, what? What the fuck hit the tree? Wait, do regular ass mobs that aren't even summoned from the thing count for damage against the tree? What the bro? Petrified Ember is quite literally the worst of the fucking ores. That's such a shit mechanic, dude. Just get rid of the tree health and then just well, to be honest, I don't mind the tree health. I just don't know why they decided to make the ore contingent on it. Cause like as far as I know, the blight pump, I don't think the HP on that affects the loot. Does it? Like I'm pretty sure the HP for the pump is literally just if you get like, you know, keep it above 0 so you can get what you you know, you can get your stuff. Could be wrong, I don't know. I don't do a whole lot of blight, but as far as I know, I've watched a lot of blight videos and not a single one of them has ever mentioned anything about the HP of the pump being uh having any sort of correlation, right, with the oh, we didn't get as much gold in that last one. I wonder why we had 10k gold the other time. Oh, probably because we had much higher rarity. We had like 500 something on that one run. But like I just don't understand, especially with how much you need for shipping. Like that's such a bad system, in my opinion. Like it should be like you just need to keep the tree alive. If the tree is alive, then you get all the petrified ember for it. Like it doesn't feel interesting, especially if like just random ass mobs that aren't even part of the tree thing. Like, because I'm pretty sure the eldritch mobs that were shooting their projectiles at me that would hit the tree like was counting against the tree, and that's ridiculous. That's like absolutely preposterous. That should just not be a thing. The tree should only be affected by the mobs that hit it, like the mobs that get summoned by it. I don't. I just find it so odd that they have a system for it in game and they just. I don't know. Like I really just don't like Petrified Ember. Like I think it's just such a shitty system. Like none of the other things work like that. And it's not an interesting, quirky thing. It just feels obnoxious. But then lo and behold, like half of my fucking orders right now just want Petrified Ember. Like I literally did a ribbon fell, got rid of the Petrified Ember on it. I think I had like, it was all just props on the one after that. And then it went right back to Petrified Ember, like right after, for an even bigger amount. And I'm like, bro, fuck off. I'm honestly surprised they still haven't done anything for like the shipping, even though that's kind of been one of the bigger complaints. Like, I don't think it's too much to, like, I don't think it'd be balanced breaking if they just let you rotate, like for gold. They could even have a system in place, kind of like ROGs, right? Where it's like you can re-roll it a couple of times, but then you have to fill in the quota. Like, there's a couple different ways they could handle it. And not just make it, oh, roll, roll, roll until you get the crop ones, like all crop ones and stuff like that. They could just make it like ROGs, right? Where while you're crafting with ROG, it's you can skip like a certain number of of crafting options, and then you have to take the next one or just take the item. They can do that, or they can just progressively jack up the gold. Well, actually, no, I think they should just do the wrong version. I don't think they should do the gold version because the problem is that like the what's gonna happen is the only people that are gonna be affected by the gold version are just normal casual players because high end players who are people they're probably trying to avoid to just milk the system are going to be running tier 17s anyway, and they just make a shit ton of gold regardless. So not really gonna stop them at all. Yeah, we didn't get a whole lot of gold from those two. From abusing, or like not necessarily abusing it, but they're not gonna care about the cost. It's like the conundrum they did with speeding tickets. I remember it being a conversation my mom talked about a while back, where a lot of places were jacking up like the fines for the speeding tickets because it was so low, or I guess quote unquote low. Like honestly, like the fine for speeding tickets has never been relatively cheap, unless you're just making a shit ton of money. But there was so many places where people just didn't care. They would just pay the fine and just keep speeding. They kept like increasing the price, and all it really did was just affect like the normal people who don't speed most of the time, and they just get caught once, and all of a sudden like they're paying like almost what used to be like 3 or 4 speeding tickets worth of fine, and it's like nice. Yeah, let's figure out like a better system, maybe perhaps. Yeah, I think like they should just make it where it's like you have 3 rerolls or something, and then you would have to you'll have to take whatever the shipping is, which is plenty if you're just trying to reroll like away from say petrified ember, which you don't want to deal with. Right, like let's say you're like me who just don't like dealing with petrified ember. I wouldn't care about rerolling like for the perfect shipping thing. I would literally just be there to get petrified amber out of my face. So I can continue filling quotas to try to get the uniques. Because honestly, I feel like the shipping unique situation was such a bit of a short-sighted thing, in my opinion. Like I don't really think it's okay to have like uniques locked behind a system that was better to get done before you got to endgame. And where technically the most efficient way to farm it is to have like a level 60 character in a SSF league just farming low tier maps without upgrading your town until you get it because it's more efficient and it's faster. Because not only does it keep the quotas low, it also your boats can't be commandeered because you're not a high enough level to spawn the pirate, and you make enough gold at that level to just keep up with it because everything's so cheap. Like it's kind of a short-sighted system. Because apparently they did tests and they found out that well through like data extrapolation, you don't really have like a better chance at getting the uniques at higher like levels with higher shipping required, which is kind of dumb when you consider the fact that the supply doesn't keep up with the demand that they artificially inflate. As there probably is a slightly higher chance, but it's probably so low that it doesn't offset how long it takes for even just like an average player, like a casual. Like I play this game like 4 hours a day during the week, and then usually like anywhere from like another 4 to like 8 or 12 hours on the weekends. And I haven't gotten enough petrified amber to rotate it so that I can try to get the shipping done because you need such high quantities of it. Like I think in total I need like probably close to 20,000 petrified amber bars to rotate all the docks, all the shipping quotas. And there's been plenty of times where I just go an hour or two and I'll get like one petrified amber. I also haven't seen the Black Knight spawn in like a week. So I don't know what's going on there. I also haven't had Sazan spawn since I got him the first time. Oh no, 2 times. I've had him spawn twice. I haven't had him spawn anymore. The second time. Admiral's also been a little bit, but he spawns a little more. He spawns relatively more often than the other two. I don't know. To be honest, I think I would have rathered like at least for the Black Knight. I feel like it should have been a case of as you farm Verisium, you like as you're doing the encounter, right? You can get an item that then allows you to go fight him or something. Because the Admiral dude's pretty easy. Well, like I think the biggest reason you get the Admiral so often is because he spawns at an earlier point. As soon as I like the Admiral is based off of your level, not like the map level. Like I'm saying the Black Knight literally cannot spawn in anything that's not a level 83 area when you're mapping. So basically means you're not going to see him until you're running tier 16s. But then I honestly think the way he works is that it rolls the ore on the map and then it goes, is it a Verisium one? Yes. Then you roll it, it rolls it again and goes, is it a Black Knight encounter? And then it spawns the Black Knight encounter. But if it says no, then you're just up shit creek. Oh, speaking of, is that the one that had all the shit on it? I think that might have been the one that had like all the stuff. That'll be a But yeah, I'm pretty. Well, I mean, like Sazan is also like probably just easier to trigger. Uh, if I just had more than one team that could do tier 16 maps. But I wouldn't be able to afford it for the gold. I just don't play enough. I still think the wages were too high, personally, for a casual player. Which I mean, you could argue whether or not like stuff like that should be allowed. But my argument is that the whole point of like a league mechanic, in my opinion, is to like give people across the board from top to bottom power, and then you take it away, right? And then if you implemented it as a seasonal or like as a standard mechanic, then you make it where it's like, well, you have to be pretty up there to you know, consistently get everything. Like, if you're not able to grind like that hard, then you can still get there. It's just gonna take you a lot longer, kind of deal. But I feel like they're a little too tight-fisted with things sometimes on the league mechanics. Which I mean, isn't too bad, like in some regards. Because like I feel like, all right, so as much as like I kind of have, I don't like Affliction because I don't like how they handled the Wildwood area. One, it was too fucking dark and too many ranged mobs that could just one shot you from across the screen where you can't see them, stuff like that. Uh, I would say how they handled the ascendancies was chef's kiss. It was so good, which arguably was the biggest like power gain to have in there, aside from that which was taken. Uh, but because like the ascendancies, you just had to complete quests through the Wildwood. It was a bit of a pain because sometimes you couldn't get the right thing to spawn and stuff like that, but it was still like really well done because it was a case of there's no if, right? It's when am I gonna get this power spike from I don't like when am I gonna get this power spike is how it was, right? Like I like whenever I was running it for Warden, it wasn't and man, am I gonna get this? Like what if I get this kind of deal? It was more of like, man, how long is it gonna take for me to get this? Because it's a guaranteed power spec. I just have to complete the quest stuff, which was nice. And like obviously the people that were really good, they were able to farm the Nameless King. They got their that which was taken, stuff like that, which I don't necessarily think it's bad. But I feel like in this one, like there's a lot of really good systems in this one, but I feel particularly they kind of gate kept a lot of the interesting things a little too much. Like I think it would have been okay if they toned down, if they had like toned down versions. Like kind of like how when you're doing like you're crafting, right? You're crafting on the bench and you go and it's like, oh well, you have one that's like for 4 chaos orbs, but then there's 4 alchemy orbs, 2 alchemy orbs, transmutation orbs, alterations, right? And they give you varying stats. I think the rune smithing table should have had that. Like I think the rune like smithing table should have had like varying levels, and there should have been just like one power rune uh item, like enchantments that you could put on that are obviously going to be weaker than the full, but at least it would allow you, like I'm pretty sure in certain cases it would have allowed the people to at least experience some degree of what's going on. Like for instance mine, right? It could have just been, they could have had a cheaper one that instead of going up to 50%, it just goes up to 40% or you know 35%, which wouldn't have been as good, but it's still something. Like there's obviously some that'll be better than others for setting all of that up, but it's just a case that I find it weird. Like I just find it weird that they have good examples in game already that they could have pulled from, and instead of pulling from past knowledge that was good for things they know would work, they they just neglect it. But that's what it is. I have my power in enchant, and as far as I know, there's not another one I care for. Because after looking up like some of the other builds that I'm thinking of getting, I don't think any of them have a like a power in one involved, which is nice. I haven't had too much luck with power ins after the last four we got. Yeah, we're not gonna run map runners today. I'm gonna see if I can try to build up a little bit of a surplus and then go for just try to see if I can roll for some tier 10 mappers. Try to see if I can up the success rate of my tier 16s. I mean, like, on average, I usually get like a couple of them to be 100%, but we're already like halfway through this one. I started having the other team running rare tier 14s. So, and those tier 14s were doing pretty good getting completed at 100%. Which obviously, held in comparison limit for like loot quality, but brought a lot of decent amount of currency and stuff, so it wasn't too bad. Please. I know I shouldn't be like crying for it because desire sensor, but I got one. It's been a month. I didn't know. I didn't know. Like I got it like in the first week, and I was like, I don't really think I'll need this because I think for the most part, most of the builds that ran Ungle were pretty niche, or they would use it as like a leveling unique. I wasn't too worried about it, and then now it's like kind of BIS for a lot of perfect agony builds. Was it different? When is your fencing thing start up again? Bonky bonk. Started last Thursday. Back on the grind. He touches and the ways. Came back very sore, very stink. Like shower. Goodness gracious. Lost your touch. Yeah, yeah, that kind of stuff. Generally, if you go for a long time without doing it, definitely get some rust up built up on it. That's how it be. You gotta use it or you lose it. That's alright. It's your redemption arc, you know, and you can be a winner. New power? I mean, I don't know. I call it new power. It's staying up later than usual. But we did the Eviscerate Gladiator build, which we got up to level 97 and a half. It's almost level 98. And then we used that to farm this ring, which is a pretty big damage spike. And then now we're trying to see if we can somehow YOLO get. To be fair, if I just traded for it, I could probably nab it, but I'm kind of sticking to my currency exchange only thing going on. I only got like K out of that. Yeah, I can't tell why sometimes we'll get like a shit ton of gold. Well, I guess it's probably just because sometimes when it drops, it just rolls a lot of it. Yeah, no, we're just trying to see if we can get a necklace for a build I want to try. Which I have like the other important piece for it. I'm debating if I should just level an ephemeral blade trickster because I have it and just use that. But from what I've seen, a lot of people saying it's not very good if you don't have a lot of high end gear for it. It feels really bad. And I don't particularly feel like crafting because it only really needs like one unique from what. But I was watching a video where they were saying where like if you don't have like the timeless jewels and stuff for it, it kind of doesn't feel very good. Fine. But yeah, lastly I've just been blind farming really. We have so many orbs. I've never had this many orbs of regret and this many divine orbs, and I've been using the divine orbs to just YOLO divine shit here and there. Are the axe lady? There's an axe lady in Star Rail? Question mark. I don't know too much about Star Rail. I haven't really kept up with it. So no. Can't have them avoiding ailments or not being posed. god. Fun to win character. I don't know, maybe. I guess maybe I'll install and test it out. I don't have a lot of stuff stored up for Star Rail though, so I doubt I'd get her. Or like I'd be able to get her, you know? Been so long since I played. But I'll check her out. Probably it sounds like probably the closest I'll have to a character in Star Rail that I care about. Why are you an outcrop? Why couldn't you be the fucking Starfall creator EP? Every time I see a Verisium node, I'm just, I forgot to go to could have gotten to fight. Oh, nice. I was wondering why I couldn't walk forward. I thought I was getting body blocked by monsters, but it literally was just an ice wall thing. Why did it summon the fucking mouse? I guess it's a good thing I didn't take it to 500. If I could take it to 500, it'd probably summon one of the more pain in the ass ones. Well, to be honest, there's only one that's a pain in the ass, which is the chaos one. But yeah, I was kind of like, what was it? I think a couple weeks ago or whatever, was doing it. She was talking about one that had like a really big sword, and I was like, oh. Or she was like, I think she was mentioning there was one that was like beta, like, and I was like, oh. And then it was like, and Kit, and has a big sword, but was small girl, and I was like, oh, right. No, I mean, I did. What is it? I logged in recently. I think last week before we started playing Final Fantasy 15. Uh, I did a gotcha day, and I did the what's your face? The March 7th Swordmaster event without Fox Lady. Does she have muscles? I say this, but I know the answer because Mihoyo apparently is allergic to muscle characters that aren't just NPCs. Cowards.
Hello there.
What up, Slickster? How's work? Alright, what was the reason I was farming this? Edge wrecked. Bozo. Definitely not for the map. Oh, right, because that timeless joy and the. Harbinger's good. Dog, say less. Oh, and two of them were war hordes? Sheesh. Yeah, I guess if anything, I'll probably just do some logins and maybe do some dailies to build it up along the way. I don't know, maybe I'll do a weekend to get angry at all the dialogue I have to click through our real stream. Maybe do some pulls. Honestly, even though like Eviscerate got a little frustrating sometimes because you had to get hit to do stuff, it was kind of comfy, especially for Harvest. It was very rare that I had to be afraid of anything at Harvest with that build. I did die a couple times to Harvest with it, but it was usually because effects weren't getting loaded. And that was before I got the Shaper Shield built. That shit took so much. So much red juice to get. Before I forget, like I tend to do. More than 50. I would like, you know what it probably is? There's probably like a pack that's hiding at the entrance for the Eldritch mobs because for whatever reason they can't just make those spawn instantly. I've noticed it with Beach and with this one, Terrace. For whatever reason, the Eldritch mobs, there'll be like a pack at the entrance, and if you don't linger for a bit, they just won't spawn even though you walk right past them. And then the game just doesn't do anything about it. And it's honestly kind of fucking annoying. Didn't drop. I got stunned. Also, I was watching a video of someone who was talking about like, I don't know, it was, I guess we'll just say differing of opinion. They were talking about how they would take they would build, I think it was like stun avoidance on their build, And they're like, yeah, because it's such low HP. His HP, I think, was like 300 less than mine. He's like, you just get micro stunned every 2 seconds, guaranteed. And I'm like, am I just missing something? I don't remember the exact specifics for the defensives. I don't remember if he just maybe didn't have a lot of high armor. As like, I don't know. I don't really have a problem with it. All right, at least like for density. All right, check my book. Paris feels a little better, like mob density. It does annoy me a little bit though, and there's like that pack at the entrance that doesn't spawn sometimes. All right. Oh, shit. Stripper's penance. Inventor's gamble. A couple of decent, or a couple of uniques in it. I don't know if I call them decent, but they got a decent number of unique. We'll hold on to. What is it now? Oh Jesus Christ! That's so much orichalcum. I just used all of mine for the last one because the last one wanted 100,000. We need 11,000 more. I mean, we have like 2,000, so we need what, like 9,000 more orichalcum? Well, more than that because I need 110. Like 22,000, or yeah, 22,000 orichalcum bars for that. Rough, rough, rough. Pretty rough. Yeah, that's kind of what I mean though. Is that I feel like, well, I feel like the shipping stuff for rotating the quotas is a little egregious, and for like semi-casual players, I guess you could say. I don't know how ore works in tier 17s. Like I know you get a shit ton more gold and a shit ton more maps and just a shit ton of everything because for whatever reason they decided to make it such a huge disparity. Because one of the biggest complaints on the forums wasn't already about the haves and have-nots, which is why everybody was mad about Magic Find. So I guess they're just like, well, instead of just making it be related to what gear you wear, I guess we'll just straight up just make an entire map tier that people will feel stringent on. To be fair, like this league's version of the tier 17s is a lot easier because if they done oopsied in the last one, but it's not gonna make people happy. I think that like they could tone it down a little. They could either tone it down a little bit or they could just bump tier 16s up a smidge. Because like for instance, there's just a straight up stat that you can get on tier 17 maps that you can't get on tier 16, which is map drop chance. Which is why the strats for farming 8 mod corrupted uh maps for your map runners are all done on tier 17s. Because you can get that stat pretty high, and then you're just like I've heard like 2 runs and you just have two, two stash tabs just full of 8-mod corrupted maps. Kind of nutty. A lot from this. Oh, it's summoned the. Oh, okay, no, never mind. No. I thought it summoned the chaos dude. The chaos dude sucks. There's a chaos unique guy that gets summoned sometimes for the boss for the Verisium, and he enrages as you lose HP. So he just gets bigger, has bigger AoE, just deals a shit ton more damage, and he just murders my characters. Well, to be fair, I don't think the Eviscerate guys dealt with it. I'm pretty sure the Gladiator would be fine because he's like chaos resist capped, and he'd probably block most of the hits. But this guy just gets eaten alive by him. I mean, like he doesn't get eaten alive until like the last couple percentage. When he's got like really high enrage. Yeah, the only problem with Terrace is when you get to this back area, you have to kind of check everything for the Eldritch mobs. I've definitely walked into some corners that were completely empty and an entire Eldritch pack just spawned. Are there more than 50 monsters? All weekend long, I never had to go double check any areas because I could always get it to like really low percentages. Because like the oh wait, right, ritual. I was like, because usually the only thing left is the boss in here. But then I forgot that ritual was on this map. I was just ritual monsters. I wonder. I feel like ritual might. I don't know. It's a bit of a theory, but I don't think it mattered enough for anybody. Oh, I forgot to toss these into Rog to disenchant. I feel like ritual might mess with nameless seer spawns. that shit out of here. What is this? Increased armor. A 50% chance to cause bleeding. Reduce light. Damage over time multiplier for bleed. For frenzy charge. Damage faster. For frenzy charge. Gain frenzy charge on crit. I know there was a build I saw recently that used one of those, but I can't say I'm particularly. Just double checking stuff for meticulous appraiser. I don't know. I'm using it because one of the videos I saw was a guy talking about how he was using a meticulous appraiser to try to get his to try and get his heat shiver. Still going because of the resistance, but it'll be fine. I will say I mean I honestly don't know if more uniques have been dropping than I just run the other way with all the extra stuff I put on. But I mean I can't argue with the rarity of the uniques that are dropping. They did get a void battery, so which is the first time I've ever naturaled one. I have two, but one came from Nameless here, so that one doesn't really count. I guess I could try this with the scarabs. I'll buy the scarabs after we're done with this set. But I just want to get the ungles. That's all I really care about. I use the. I have to double check. I think I had a Ventar's Gamble that was like useful. Well, usable. I don't know if it's like super good. I feel like Ventar's Gamble kind of just. I feel like it's actually pretty good if you can get a nicely rolled one. I keep forgetting to change the Eldritch Implicit on my. On my. Oops. But I feel like the reason Meticulous Appraiser was probably pretty decent before was the fact that like you could offset like a smidge of the quant with gear, but now you're kind of at the whim of the altars. Even though, to be honest, I think I'm gonna flip the altars over to Eater because as long as it's not the uh endurance charge one, this build care for the rest of them. A unique turquoise amulet. Yeah, I'm not expecting to get very many cartographer chisels, or not chisels, scouting reports. But the fact that I haven't gotten a comprehensive one like all weekend long kind of bums me out. Amulet, bro. The Balrog. A decent little bit of dust. Yeah, I think I need the exceptional removal. Um, anything. This is one that I need to trade in with that. Oh, no. I mean, there is one that could use this. I could probably use it, to be honest. It's the negative resistances aren't like I'd lose way too much. I'd lose the 44% here and then plus another minus 10. So that's technically like 54 IRAs I'd lose. On a build that's not so contingent on a little too low on the other one. That's not so contingent on fire resistance. That one's like perfectly usable. I kind of wish I had at least 4 socketed before. All right, we'll run the last 2 of these, and then we'll use what gold. I think I might have enough gold with that to get the scarabs I need for what I was usually running. Definitely see a reduction of scarabs with this, like a lot, which is probably why it's fine to take the points out of the scarab things that I did to grab it. And I definitely feel it's like less consistent for gold. Like there's certain map runs where I just like hit the jackpot and get a shit ton of gold, but then there's other ones where I get a lot less gold than I normally would. Well, to be fair, it's not really. Actually, I take it back. It's not fair to judge because the other one I was running with 4 scarabs that added a shit ton of packs. So we'll get a feel for it once I get the scarabs, and we'll do some more runs, and then we'll see for sure. I was gonna forego the scarabs, but I don't really think it makes that much of a difference for the nameless here. And if anything, I'm kind of more just making my own life difficult for gold generation. So I will say, though, it does seem to generate more Shaper Elder maps. Even though I had a really good run over the weekend for synth maps. I haven't seen that drop out. Oh, it's worth any dust though. I'm surprised that tier 17s don't have a different color in the loot filter. I would have thought they would have shown up purple. Because that is a color for the loot filter. I have seen purple, I think it was circles. But they pop out as red, even though they're not red colored, they're purple colored. I also still can't believe I was watching. Oh, I guess I could check it. I was watching. What is it? Pox? No, is it Pox? No, no, it was somebody else. No, I think it was Ventura actually, who released a currency making guide for people that want to do trade, but who came late to the who got in late to the league, or just in general. I feel like maybe you're not someone who super bleeding edge, right? So you don't have like the really high gear and stuff like that, and you just want to make some extra currency. And he was showing the transfigured gems, and I still can't believe like volcanic fissure of snaking is going for so much. Apparently, there's like an eldritch pack somewhere that I didn't kill, but I don't really care. I think, or at least, I think the snapshot on his video. I'll look after this map because I'm curious. The snapshot on his video was like 130 chaos for a level one, and I'm like, wow. I think the only thing that was better than it was it Detonate Dead? I think it might have been Detonate Dead. We'll see. Let's go look. Kiwi Ninja. Transfigure. Oh wait, no. Oh wait, and then level one. Let's see. Oh no, the prices have changed. Or at least the ordering has changed for what it was. Yeah, because it was definitely like Detonate Dead and then Volcanic Fissure Snaking. But yeah, Volcanic Fissure Snaking's gone down in price a good amount. Let's put it 0. Alright, never mind, here we go. Yeah, so 0 quality, level 1, Detonate. Okay, actually no, the prices have gone down a decent amount. 15%, 15%. Frostbite has gone up a little bit. And its brand of Dissipation has seen a 152% price increase. But yeah, so Detonate Dead of Scavenging, Firestorm of Pelting, and Volcanic Fissure of Snaking, plus Frostblink of Wintry Blast are all 114 right now. And I think out of all of those, I think Volcanic Fissure of Snaking is kind of the one, like one of the easier ones to get. Because it's the only one, and I think red has slightly. Well, no, I think red and green have slightly less than blue. But I just found it really interesting because it wasn't really highly valued before. League shenanigans. Melee skills go burr. I wonder how this build would do against Black Star now with good. The ring's definitely a good amount of extra damage, and we got the enchant, and it rolled really good. I'm half tempted to try a 4-way to see, because this build's actually kind of surprised me a bit when I try to do Legion with it. It's just that since I don't have it set up for the bosses, the generals, I don't know how how well it'll stack up to the generals. I have to kill them like ASAP. Honestly, there should just be a notable that turns off the the boss, the map boss alter options. I don't know. Realistically, I think they should just rework them. The map boss altars are just such a joke unless you're like on blue altars and you get the divine one. That's about it. Really the only thing that's like worth. Oh yeah, comprehensive scouting. Right. Appreciate you. Yeah, this is the elemental resistance. Oh, I should put a basalt. I don't think I have another one that's like high level though. No, be a turquoise amulet and be an Ungles after that. What happens when I disregard my loot goblin tendencies? They'll bite me in the ass. I just got a comprehensive scouting report. I don't know why we went so long without one. You got some high ass attacks. Foot. Doesn't matter how fast you are if you can't aim. Like I'm yelling at an octane in Apex. Yeah, it's great you can run 2,000 miles an hour, but if you can't hit your shots, then it don't mean shit. Oh yeah, another appearance. Yeah, the person femur. Right, yeah, that should be enough. Wait, don't we have? Oh no, we don't. Cry. How many of every 6 of you, 8 of you, 4 of you, 3 of you? I'll Steve. All right, what bastard is like undercutting a shit ton over here? When I put it up, 15 was like, bro, you're just trolling. Unless it's showing like what the order, what people want, like right, then that's a different. I don't. Some of these I don't really understand how like the things work. I don't know. Like this number is like what people. I guess we could just check, right? No, bro. These guys just don't want to make money. Like, why are people so dumb? When I put it up, 15 to 1 was the uh like that was where it was at, right? And there wasn't that very many. And now these fuckers have undercutted it all the way down to 10. Like, this is why I don't like doing auction house things. Because people are just stupid. They have no patience. And so, like, instead of just waiting, they cut it. Because, like, it was a pretty big disparity between what people were asking for and what people wanted or had available. Like, Jesus Christ. Uh, give me the thing. Holy shit. So annoying. So annoying when you try to get it and then it just leaves you off by 1. Can't be bothered. And they're going to be Ascaros I'm going to use regardless, so cannot be bothered. Arst. So 15,000. But yeah, this is why I don't like doing auction house things. They literally just undercutted it down to fucking hell and back. Unless the interface bugged out and it showed me the wrong thing. Wait, what div cards do I have? Probably. Oh, hmm. Cash those in later. I'll give back. Keep. Off it up. Where'd you go? Oh shit. The back. My brain. Dying. Grab my maps. Oh, didn't I also have boats? I think 8,000, not bad, not bad. 7,000, okay, it's alright. Manageable. Fuck out of there. 13,000, 21,000, 10,000. Terrible. Alright, how's that? Now we'll see how it feels with oh wait, the boats. The boats, Mellow. Don't forget the boats. Eee. No luck for power runes recently. I need so much ore. Fucking luck. Why is that? Oh, work. I mean, to be fair, like realistically speaking, when you're farming for, especially for ores and bars, you're kind of just farming to do. Oh, good old fashioned Haku. The Haku used to like before. Cool. These are all the we're in betrayal, and then there's also like Helic. Uh, if I can at least get it like 80% or higher. Alright, you bastard. Come on now. Doesn't want to get to the 80% range. Why are you fighting? Of course you're my 12 and used to. If it didn't have the steel, I would have tried it. I honestly would have just ran with it. If it didn't have the steel charges. this is because I ran them before. It's not like unrunnable with this build because since it just reduces like your max resistance, like it doesn't like right. It would just be like 73. Well, more than that because of the modifier changes, but I'd still probably. I'm thinking I still have the full value of this, so I'd still have the extra huge amount of like my health, my life regen wouldn't go down. That's why I want to swap it over uh to eater altars because I don't know if I'll go back to playing on the gladiator for mapping. I do want to see how like it feels to play like to do shaper on the eviscerate gladiator. Should be fine. But oh shit. But for mapping, I think I'd rather just play this guy. He just feels better. And the gladiator is like level 97, so a couple extra points aren't. Oh, no wonder. Ritual on this map. Oh, also, I've gotten like two, three cowards trials since I got the last one. So annoying. Once you get what you want, then you don't need it anymore. The game's like, oh, here's like 20 more. Like you piece. I know for sure too. I've gotten one from my mappers, and then I got another one from just raw drop on while mapping. Oh, essence. Oop. Management 10 passive. Good. I think I've seen that one before. Missed wall. You're a piece of shit game. I got like body blocked in somewhere. Fucking, it's so troll. It spawned the ritual up here, but in the little cornered ones. Oh, that's such a that's such a bitch. It almost killed me. 'Cause I got like trapped here. Like my character got stuck like here. Not fun. New ritual maps. Or mobs are kind of spicy. Yuna. Gracias por el agua. How are you? Oh, drinking soju? Question mark. I did drink yesterday. Peach flavor. I have not had any luck looking for soju over here, and it makes. But I'm also too lazy to order it. But I hated alcohol. No, it's. I think it was just the flavor of the one that I was using, the one that I was drinking. Cause like I remember one of the flavors I told you was like watermelon, and that's the one I was drinking, and I just couldn't finish the can. So then I drank the lemonade one yesterday, and I was good. Whole can was drank. To be honest, I was gonna drink today too, but then I was like, I should save it because I only have one can left, and I won't be able to get any more for probably till the end of the week. Can you finish the bottle? How big is the bottle? I don't know how big soju bottle. Oh my god, I couldn't jump out in time. I knew I was gonna die to those. Change 375. I mean, if I remember correctly, you've drank a whole bottle before. One time we did like that New Year's stream. I think you can do it. Though I wouldn't push yourself if you if you feel a little too fucked up. But I don't know. Our differences of I think I'm like the wrong person to ask because I think our alcohol tolerances are pretty pretty far apart. No, speaking of, do I have a negative or not? No, I don't. Oh, I think I got hit by the meteor. It'll make you feel better. I mean, speaking from at least from personal experience for me, it makes me forget the moment. So potentially, it just depends on how you get on alcohol. For some people, it doesn't really help. Oh, Zephy was mentioning there's a new Ariel character he thinks I'd like. Would you do you concur? I don't know who it is. I haven't checked. Well, I mean, I took a peek at the kit. Mentioned it. Yeah, I think that's the name. Some of that. He was mentioning they had like an axe. So kind of sad we died to that. All of our XP is just gone. I think I got. I don't know if I have my meteor or not though. He doesn't have muscles, bro. Sad. Right. I'll still check her out. Does your kit seem fun to use at all? At least at like first take. Wait. Oh, is there? There's a ritual in the bosses. Oh no, there. I have no idea what that's supposed to mean. Like I know who like ratios. I have no idea how they play. Like the only thing I know about ratio really is that one tweet I sent you about the paper to the face. That's it. That and like apparently there's something with him in like a bathtub. I saw that too. That's all I know about him. And that I got him for free with logging in that one time. Other than that, he is a complete mystery. Complete mystery. Zephy, you speak English? Zephy, just because like school is melting your brain doesn't mean it's okay to try to melt other people's brain. That's just bad form. I cannot believe, dude. Oh my. How am I gonna make that fit? Look how fucking long that is. Just to split it up, but then it's gonna look weird because the plus sign's gonna be on. I can't even read it. What is this? Make the blackboard bigger. Yeah. Oh, I know what to do. I know what to do. I got this. I got this. I'll rotate it that much. Oh, that's the wrong thing. Oops. What's up, Cosmic? I am currently suffering. But that's fine. Patient. Too much. The less. Alright. I don't know if I like that. I don't know how I feel about that. You gonna do is that fine or do you want me to do something else with it? How was your weekend, Cosmic? Too small? Wait, do you want it from like here to here? Is that what you want? You want it across like the whole top? Top left to bottom right. That's just rude. We're just gonna hide the blackboard. I'm not stretching the blackboard that far. That's just rude. Telling me to cover the chunks? That's offensive. I should know the blackboard. That's probably about as good as it's gonna get. The black 20% transparent. Wrong thing. Oh, here we go. Wait, how are the blackboard? Oh, I can't do that to black. I'm just turn the blackboard off. There. Does that work? I need to rotate it. Maybe even less. But yeah, that's fine. 15%. 25. There we go. Better. There you go. Does that work? Does that get the seal of approval? Can't believe it. It makes you happy. Nah. Me fighting the urge to not like just time out Zephy. Just cause I can't. It'll be fine. I'll be nice. RB. You're not sleeping for once. Which is probably not a good thing. How is the surviving the last few days of work going? 0 p.m. Really understand if that happens. I mean, I have a feeling that probably wouldn't happen without your input. Dude, Nepla? Oh, I don't know. I remember last time you were saying that you'd have a streak, but I didn't stream while you slept. I thought you just normally slept around this time. That's okay. The RB streak in my heart never dies. Oh no, the chaos. Oh, actually, no, the chaos one. Not the right. Took a nap for lunch and woke up at 7. I don't think that's a nap. Still having sleep for meals? You know. You know. Do you want the extra noodles I have in the fridge? There's like 2 bowls left. Soju doesn't count unless you're having like snacks with the soju. Removed your lunch tag and went back to bed. Slept until 4 a.m. RB, I think it's time to become a koala bear. Just no, you know. Have you not eaten at all today? Actually, I should. Abyss, you're gonna give me the angles, correct? Oh, color should go on the fucking. Find a zoo that will pay you. I don't know about that. I'm just here to give ideas. I mean, yogurt is food. That does count. Granted, I don't know if I'd say it counts for the circumstance because I have a feeling you probably ate it 12 hours ago. Wait, no, wait, no, you streamed today. Wait, where'd it go? I looked away because I was looking at the clock. Even though I have an in-game clock right here that's on time. A huge tub of it. Considering I more or less have a grasp on how much she eats, I don't think she ate a huge tub of yogurt. Pretty sure she ate like a normal all cup amount. I don't know, maybe my like meal proportion sizes are all. I've seen the size of the bowls. Boom, 5 meals. Yeah, no, something tells me, like, my instincts tell me that is incorrect. You need more photography. Or barely make your portions weird? Your portions are weird. Huh. My portions are weird. My portions are completely normal. I will have you know. I only get asked twice. Are you sure that you're gonna eat all that when I order at a restaurant? Okay. Base it off of how much I okay. Oh, I'm just getting low blood everywhere. Do this. Look, in my defense, I drink that much like once every couple of months at most. Actually, I think it was no, actually no. I was gonna be like, I think it's been almost a year, and then I remember the mixed drinks I made like 4 months ago. That was guilty conscience at work. Every time I drink a bunch, I'm just like, look, I drank slightly less than that one time, and then Yuna's just like, how are you alive? Like, cause, mm. To be fair, though, I drank that like in the entirety of the day. Functioning alcoholic, like I still get up, I still say coherent words, and don't have to go to the hospital. See, wedding. Honestly, now I want to drink. All this talk of drinking makes me want to drink. I might actually do that after this map, because I wanted to drink today. Never functioning? No, no, you function. You're a functioning sleeper. You get the sleep that the rest of us don't get. AKA me, who's been going to sleep at anywhere from 4 to 8 in the morning for the past like week. Oh, wait, is there a ritual in the boss? I have to be in this corner. Oh, so I've ran across too many rituals for there to be one. I'm not even gonna read that out loud. Honestly. I think that sentence just made me need more alcohol. How much vodka do I? Guess I'll find out after this map. Good drives. I mean, I do a pretty good job myself. You know, I don't really think I need help in that department all that much. If anything, it's more of an uphill fight. Apex. I don't think I've ever wanted to drink because of Apex. Honestly, it's made me want to break my desk before, but I don't think it's ever made me want to drink. Anyway, I'll be back. I've been playing like a month. I played Apex yesterday. Wasn't the worst, but I was getting carried. Also, I have like bad news because there wasn't enough. I didn't have enough vodka in my bottle for how much I wanted to drink. And then, so I went to the backup, which had more, but it didn't have enough for how much I wanted to drink. But it'll do. Maybe it was like 3.5, 4 shots worth of vodka. I don't actually know. I don't actually remember. Backup vodka. I call it backup vodka. My mother calls it cleaning supplies. It's not actually backup vodka. Well, my mom got this. She found this thing online because she likes using like non-chemical stuff for cleaning, and so she has like a vinegar water mix she does, and then for stuff that needs like more germ killing power, she usually gets like this big bottle of vodka that's cheap but high alcohol proof percentages. Even though this one's not, this is just vodka. But I call that my backup vodka. Even though there wasn't a whole lot left, I need to go buy another bottle. But cleaning purposes. Yeah, there's not a whole lot of alcohol in this house. That's safe. If it's drinkable, I'll probably drink it. Except for maybe Kahlua stuff kind of like depends on my mood. Sometimes I don't feel like drinking it. Sometimes I do. Actually, like great liquor. I have some probably like juice on hand. You have a hard time me not. Most fucking things you ever heard. I was worse too. Oh, not really. So I don't keep a lot of alcohol handy. Unfortunately, my family has history of alcoholism, and let's see, what is it? My paternal grandfather has a. He's probably one of the more recent cases, but there's lots of cases down my dad's line of Alzheimer's, dementias, like all sorts of different stuff coming from alcoholism. I can't drink as much. It's fine. I don't drink often anyway. I don't drink often. I have a high tolerance, so it's hard to get fucked up. Yeah, I just grabbed vodka and I tossed it in with some orange juice, and I'm just like, all right, screwdriver, let's go. Worth anything? That's worth a lot. That's worth a lot, actually. That's worth a lot more than I was expecting. I don't feel like using that. Yeah, I don't know. I call it backup vodka, but it's not really like a backup supply. I don't usually personally like buy more than like a bottle of a liquor type I have. Like I'll buy multiple bottles, but it'll be like vodka and whiskey. is usually my go-to options for purchasing. But then if it's like the smaller sized flavored things, I'll probably buy like a couple. Like I think this last one, the Jack Daniel's malt drink, I just grabbed like 2 cases of what was it, 8? Something like that. That was like 2 cases of 8. Technically 4 of which weren't mine because I'm not a real big fan of like the peach flavored one. But my mom likes it, so I was like, here, you can have it. So the other, I was like 16, right? Good, 8, 16. I have like 12 left over. I drank like 8 of them for my birthday. Which I drank over the entirety of the day. I think I drank 3 during the day and then like the other 5 at night. If I drank them all at the same, like in the same sitting, I probably would have actually gotten slightly drunk. It's really weird. I can get tipsy pretty quick, but getting like actually shit-faced drunk takes a decent amount of effort. And usually more effort than I'm willing to put my wallet through. Now, if it's free, don't worry. Which is why I got really good at university and getting to know people and getting into parties for free. Finger gun. Networking. Asian. I want. Send a celebrate. Oh, to be fair, one where I might actually be somewhere that has like soju and stuff. No, I'm not as well. To be honest, I don't really drink too much. If I drink a lot, it generally means I'm trying to ignore my. Usually, what that means. Probably explains why I've been doing it so much recently. I think that was worth a lot, but that's bigger than I want to deal with. I don't know. I'm not one to suggest for other people to drink when they're going through things, but it helps my brain chill out. But it's kind of like on a per person basis. I've had friends who I'm just like, "We want to drink," and I look at them and I'm like, "You depressed?" They're like, "Yeah." I was like, "No, not drinking. That's not. That's not good for you. Anything." I don't know. Good problem solver sometimes though. I just took curse effect on a map that they have extra fire damage with a curse that decreases my fire resistance. Probably not my brightest of ideas, but I will say though, there's this what is it? I've kind of mentioned it before. There's this like it's like a smaller chain size version of Sam's or Costco called BJ's. I don't know if anybody's ever had one, but they had this big bag of like garlic chicken. It's like garlic chicken pasta, broccoli, carrots, corn. I like it. It's good. It's good, and whatchamacallit, I got like 4 bowls out of it. There was also like a carbonara one that wasn't too bad, but I don't know. I like the flavor profile is something that I was like, I got like 3 bowls out of that one night, one the night of, and then one the night after. It was kind of like a flavor where I was like, it's not bad, but it's not one that I would eat out of. The flavor for the garlic chicken, like, it doesn't have a lot of garlic in it. They call it garlic chicken, but honestly, like, you can barely taste it, which is kind of unfortunate because I like me garlic. But it's a very like mild flavor, I guess you could say. Like basically, I feel like you could eat it all the time, and you really wouldn't get tired of it unless you just didn't like it. And like, I'm not someone who generally eats broccoli very well because I just don't like the taste. But I eat it in this. It's pretty good. Pack some. That's why I'm always cursed to not get nameless ears on maps. I actually want them on. Oh sweet, thanks sold. I'm assuming probably. What else did I have? I'd like the catalyst and something else. I forget what the other thing I have for sale is. That's probably what I actually sold. What is the other thing I had? The simulacrum's already sold. I guess we'll find out. Faustus. Oh, right, these. Yeah, it's good. I was surprised those went for as high as they did, honestly. Not expecting to be worth that much. Beacons of Madness. Oh, I think there's a build that uses. Yeah, there's a build that uses that I saw recently. Like an expensive build too, though. Alright. We'll finish these last 2 maps and then I'll call it for stream. Yeah, I want to say it was like about 3 shots worth of vodka in this. I don't even think it's enough to get me buzzed. Sag. Yeah. I don't know about stream or Apex, but I might play some on the side. The BP seems to be going pretty quick. I got like 12 levels yesterday. Since it's free, maybe I'll fuck around on a weekend or something. There's like a week left on it. I think there's an. I don't know if there's an event tomorrow or not. I just don't know if I can play Apex like solo anymore. I find it so hard to find enjoyment in that game. Like I'll get like one fun game out of like 3 hours if I play by myself. I need to update TFT though. I need to get to gold in that. Still haven't. I've been slacking. Gosh, I don't know. A little bit of that one. That last sip. I guess it's just because the top layer didn't have too much on it. I put the vodka in first. That is a mistake I do. Put the liquor in first for the juice, so then it all just like pulls to the bottom, even though I like mix it a little bit. Fuck. Just one necklace. Suffering. Oh. What is it? What's that new game people are playing now? Deadlock, I think is what it's called. The like kind of Smite looking like camera's perspective MOBA. I think people are enjoying it. I've seen a lot of people playing it recently. Didn't really catch my attention too much because I guess it's because like I played Smite and what's the other one? Uh, Smite and Paladins. Even though Paladins, I guess, is a little bit more like Overwatch esque. I kind of like put it up in the same avenue because it had like items and stuff like that, right? But I don't know. It didn't really call my attention. Oh, other section. And why couldn't I get this many when I was farming the fortress maps? I wonder if meticulous appraiser affects the chance for the upgrade. Probably not. To be honest, I'm kind of surprised I'm getting as many as I do, considering I don't have. I'm only working with 2 void stones. That was a lot of needle boys. Oh, that's worth a bunch. I know. What is it? Apparently, filter blade had like a setting or something you could turn on to highlight bases that are worth a decent amount, like where the uniques are worth a decent amount of dust. But I couldn't figure out how to turn it on, so I just gave up on it. I just gave up. You remember to go wash that cup before I go to bed? You just let him die. You haven't procced for like the past like I don't know how many maps, and then you just died to the proc on this one. Punk. Fucking Shaper. That's the only thing I like about doing the Shaper influence one. Sometimes he like freezes the boss, and you're just like, can you get out of my face? finish. I think it's relatively on par though. So when we run it without, because I think we get like less gold, but the piles are just bigger, so it kind of just evens out in the end. I don't know. I know that rarity is more important than quantity for than quantity for gold. So I feel like you need a little bit of both, but you can like you can control rarity more than you can control quantity at the moment. I still can't get over how this character got the aggravate, just the regular aggravate bleed. But honestly, I don't really think it's like necessary because I have the unique one on my gladiator. I'll say I don't like drinking liquor that's not like cold. I guess that's probably one of the reasons I have a hard time drinking whiskey straight. I mean, I say this, but like, I don't think I like whiskey when it's cold either. Already kind of toasty. It's weird. I like whiskey when I'm like mixing it with like, it's really good. If you get a nice like cheap whiskey and then you like mix it with apple juice or like an apple cider. Oh, apple cider is really good. You get one that's like has a little bit of a cinnamon like hint to it. Pretty good. Fireball's also pretty good. Like to use as a mixer for that. But like straight, I can't really remember if I've had like a whiskey that I could just drink straight from the get go without already having drank stuff. I don't remember. I usually try to taste them to see what they taste like or using them for mixing. Because like for instance, if you like pina coladas but you don't like the taste of rum, but you like drinking like but you want them alcoholic, just use like Svedka. It works just fine. You won't taste it at all, but you'll still get the alcohol for it. If you don't mind the taste of rum with it, then you just use Malibu. They kind of like cheat it a little bit. But then if you want like the actual taste of the pina colada, then you're supposed to use like usually something like Bacardi or Donku. Something that has a pretty decent little rum kick to it. And then you make it the regular way. And it just depends on your palate. Also, apparently, if you, because this was like a mix I used to do in university for people back when like Smirnoff first started releasing a lot of their like flavored lines. Apparently, I've been told, I don't know, I've never had a fucking daiquiri, so I wouldn't know. But apparently, if you mix whipped cream vodka, like from Smirnoff, with what was it? I think it was cranberry juice. Tastes like a daiquiri. At least that's what I was told. Mm. I don't know. I never actually had a daiquiri. I guess it's put on my list of drinks to try. But I used to have I used to have a nice little pastime, of making mixed drinks for fun at home. Was it my brother and his wife got me a couple of years ago a like a mixing kit with the shaker cup and everything for mixing drinks. Damn. Oceans. None of them are what I want. Whatever. I put it to decent use for like a year, and then I got like tired of having to clean it up every time, so then I just went back to just mixing a couple things in a cup and then just mixing it with like a plastic knife, calling it good. That's also the weird thing. I enjoy cooking. I do not enjoy the process of cleaning up after. It's one of the biggest things that keeps me from cooking. I take after my mom in that respect. Actually, no, my mom doesn't like cooking either. She just cooks. Because if we left cooking to dad, we would not have edible food. In the sense that his tastes or lack thereof would cause problems for our sanities. Even though I swear half the time he just does it out of spite. Well, not really spite, but he does it because it's like there was one time he made really good beans for beans and rice. And then both me and mom were like, wow, these are really good. And like we ate them. He has never again replicated them. And he has the recipe. Like he knows what he did. He just never again replicated them. He went back to making them the way he used to, where they taste like not very good. And I was just like, that just cements my assumption. You got a lot of the. I need to start picking up. Dude, we'll try. Wait, how long till the boat? Oh, the boats are back. If I didn't forget to send them, which I might have forgotten this, but we might see if I can grab some mappers right quick. See if I can roll some pretty good ones. Okay, yeah, they do. Full power. How much do we need for this? 55,000. So it's 11,000 there. That's like 5,800 here. And then fucking 19,800 for that. Quick math. Yeah, so we need like almost 20,000 here, 11,000 here, and like, yeah, like that's so much fucking Jesus Christ. We need like almost 40,000 petrified ember to rotate those. Don't have enough orichalcum for that, unfortunately. Oy, 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 oy. It's 42,000. Right, yeah, it's 42,000. So we need like 8,400. Oh shit, no, we do. Oh, nice. Yeah, you know what? And that I think I might have enough of everything. 78,000, like 13,000? No, 15,600. Was that because it's multiples? It's five. One bar is worth five. Um, our calculum is 42,000, which is 8,400. Yeah, and then bismuth is 40,000, so that's just 10,000 that, which we have a shit ton of. Oh, 40,000. We don't even need 10,000. It's 8,000 because it's by five. And I think bismuth just brings back a shit ton of ward gear, so double checking my math. Yeah. Good. Ooh. Go. Rog. Not all of that, please. Thank you. Oh shit, that was worth a lot. We can't put it up there anyway, because then we'd have to like reset the timer on that, and that's just a waste of gold. And then tier 16s for the map runners. The map runners are so nice. I kind of hope that's something that sticks around. Because if you ever get like a corrupted map that you can't really run, you can just toss it to your map runners. How much do you have? 144. Nah, we'll leave it. I'll probably do it like over the weekend or something. I need to take a day and just grind a shit ton of gold and try to roll for higher tier map runners. Try to get more tier 10s. All right. That's going to be it for me, though. I'm kind of tired. I think I'm just going to chill for the rest of the night. And by rest of the night, I mean like bending. But thank you everybody for watching. I do appreciate it. It was Aaron Diffie. Have a good day. Good day, Diffie. Love yourself. Good. Yeah. And the next one. Bye bye.